to the Rockies. They'll take on the Broncos for just the 14th time since 1971. It's Week 10 in the NFL, and the action is just moments away.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play.
This is close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action on or stick.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense. That, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
He got a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's dropped right at
Better way to do it is to establish the running game early.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I started, and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back, and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. And he nearly had that too, but it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there on the drive starting.
Run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're off.
The end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
Until their offensive guys going to get a little bit closer
Get
this
a little
time.
closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the... They'll run. It's Sanders.
And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Being chased out left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see them though coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. On their way, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he stopped immediately there. To throw is Bridgewater. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Judy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield. I'll go first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. North of 100 yards, the offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the
yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And Gordon's going to be stuck.
Tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. It was Josh Schwartz.
You couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 16, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. Down. Bridgewater. And that will be caught, but incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. The kick by McManus is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6 points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Strong running at the 30. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
That play had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get him down 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are inching towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And they will only be, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least.
I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who...
Offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They go play action. Bridgewater. This will be caught. Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll get in 7 from the 9. Throwing, Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Judy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals before
their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
Out of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. That swung out wide to Sanders. The Eagles going to take to go before half. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Broncos have an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And give him a gain of 37.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pick.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And McManus able to put it through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert.
Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this one.
In days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score?
Up to make the play, Alex Singleton, the Eagles' leading tackler last year. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
When you call a wide receiver, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed. Downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And so after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Bridgewater now. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be tackled. Play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain it. They're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they picked up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it.
3, now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you have to win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. Hurts dangerous when he
rolling down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. The top.
Limited. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him. You know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy. And put
hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he's
2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one will...
Big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
107
yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting strong.
And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Gordon. And he gets it down close, 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. Lot of Gordon, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big
in that play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos look like they're 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language. And thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
Was for him.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. Probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, it's Williams. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle tear. 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff. And
now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the same.
On any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
He's really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the...
Good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it. And to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Buying time to his left. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop his third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll be... They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the... Eric Wilson, officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake, Bridgewater. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game... They'll try to run it in, going option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It's going to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. Their offense at the line, ready to go. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in... They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front.
They run it again with Williams. And they're going to mark him down short maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the 29, Hurts. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Throwing is Hurts. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.